Hello everybody and welcome back to another Overwatch video. So I went into my Overwatch Discord, you can join it down below, and I basically asked the top 500 group, the Grandmaster group, and the Master group who they think are the worst heroes in the current meta and who has been consistently bad during the last few metas. They discussed it for quite a while, talked back and forth. I took the heroes they chose, the reasons why, I put together a list, and hopefully put together a decent video. If you guys do enjoy it, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and let's get straight into it. So to make our lives a little bit simpler, I'm actually going to be splitting up everyone into their respective groups, so DPS, tank, and support, and we're going to be starting off with the DPS. Now, the DPS as a category are by far in the worst position ever, and that's mainly because of the double shield meta that's going on at the moment, and I think most of us can kind of agree that we're going to be bringing up the double shield meta a lot in this video for good reason, because it's changed a lot. So anyways, in the DPS category, starting us off, we have Tracer. I know a lot of people are going to be very controversial on Tracer because she was pretty solid for a while, but she's kind of fallen off pretty hard in the last few metas, and that's because she's obviously easy to counter, she has a high skill ceiling, relatively low damage compared to what she has to output now, and mainly bad because of stuff like the Goats comp, the dive meta that came before it, and now the double shield. She's so squishy, again, easy to counter, and she cannot deal enough damage to break through the double shield, and even if she gets around the double shield, she most likely doesn't have enough time due to her health pool to get a solid pick, and for that reason, Tracer is number 1 on the list. Moving down from there, next DPS is Genji. And it's so funny because Genji's played a ton until now. Like, at least Tracer, most people have accepted it, and we don't see too many, but so many ranked games are littered with Genji still. Even though he is still easy to counter, he still has a high skill ceiling, and again, his damage is relatively low compared to what he has to output in order to be useful. But he does have a little bit of a better chance than Tracer, one thanks to his a little bit bigger health pool, his deflect, which does keep him alive for the most part, and mainly he can have a chance to break through double shield, but only if he has a very competent and skilled Ana on his team to perform a smooth nano blade combo. But it's just such high risk for such a small chance at a reward that he's on this list. Moving from there, we have Soldier 76. That's mainly because of his low burst damage output, making it hard to deal again with the double shield meta. Burst damage is literally the only way to break through the meta, and his low consistent damage is just really not there for what he brings to the table. Moving from there, we have Torbjorn, which has been bad for a while. We don't have to go through it too much in depth for Torbjorn. He just lacks consistency, and you can kind of play him in certain situations, like because of the double shield, stay behind the team, deal damage, but then you should just be playing Bastion, so it doesn't make too much sense. From there, we have a bonus. Each category has a bonus, meaning there are 3 bonuses in this entire video. Let me explain what a bonus is. So basically, because I got most of this information or a lot of these opinions based through conversation of high-ranked players, there are some heroes people could not agree upon or were having trouble making valid points but still believed in what they were saying. So in this case, Faro, a lot of people said, she's fine. A lot of people said, no, she's not really good. Some people tried to explain why she's not good, but this is basically my opinion based off of everyone's opinion put together. Basically, she's not bad, but because of her splash damage nerf, she's begun to lack consistency and also has trouble with the double shields because she'll have to get around them, but to do that, she kind of lacks the sustain, meaning she'll try to go around the double shield, but if she gets picked off, she'll get picked off extremely fast. So, in conclusion, she is useful, but only if she has a Mercy, because she will have to supply Faro with a sustain in order to get around the shields in order to deal decent damage. So again, high risk, but hard to actually reap the rewards, which makes sense. But anyways, she was the last hero of the DPS category. It's time to move down onto the tanks. Oh, so tanks actually kind of have it hard as well, which is pretty funny since the double shield is the meta, but the double shield is literally consisting of Reinhardt, Sigma, and Orisa. So those are kind of our double shields. So everyone else has it a little bit difficult. So the first tank is Winston, and it's mainly because of the meta. He's pretty much useless because of double shield. Everyone is running double shield, literally everyone. So there's not enough sustain for him to dive in and try to break it. And even if he did get in with, let's say, a Zarya bubble and a Mercy staying behind him, he will not have enough damage to do anything. He's only close range, so his only option is to dive in, and once he dives in, not much is going to happen. From there, we have Diva, which is similar to Winston in her issues. She's, again, literally the exact same thing. She's going to struggle in making a fast enough pick in order for it to matter. She'll most likely get focused and blocked out completely, and again, everyone's hiding behind those shields, so you're gonna have to dive through them or around them in order to try to get a pick, but you're most likely not going to be able to do it swiftly or smoothly enough for it to matter, and even if you do get that pick, you're most likely going to die soon after. All in all, making it, not, basically she doesn't have a chance to play her role right. Hopefully that makes sense. From there, this one is universally agreed upon to be maybe the worst hero in the game currently, or because of the meta, and that's Roadhog. Which sucks. I really like Roadhog, and he's fun to play, it's satisfying hitting those hooks, but all that doesn't matter because of the meta. In order to get picks, you need to be able to get hooks, and in order to get hooks, you need to make sure there's not a shield in your face, since your hook's not going to go through the shield, and there's way too many shields and consistency of those shields going up, so landing consistent hooks on your end is going to be impossible. On top of that, you literally only have 5 close range shots, meaning you have to get in there, burst someone, heal your way out, which is possible, but you're basically going against an uphill battle where you're continuously countered. The double shield meta also means a lot of CC, because Sigma has brought a lot of CC to the table, which is pretty bad for Roadhog in terms of his ultimate and his healing, so he loses basically in all scenarios. And for our bonus, so our bonus tank hero is none other than Hammond, Wrecking Ball himself, and a lot of people are conflicted. Some people are like, nah, he's actually pretty good. He's been played in the Overwatch League quite consistently, and for the most part, he's not bad. Basically, he can get in, and he can get out. So unlike Diva and Winston, which will get in, but most likely not get out, he can jump in and get out, but no matter how many times you do that, you're not going to have the damage output or the time to do much once you're past the double shields. You're going to have to be an amazing Hammond to pull it off. So I'm not saying it's impossible, because I actually think in some situations he's going to be good. Because of his sustain, he can at least get in and start an initiation in order, especially if you're on the attacking side, right? You can start an initiation and jump in with your team. So if you have good teamwork, it's going to work, but we all know the nature of ranked, and it's really, you're going to have to be holding up your own more than if you're in a call with a bunch of amazing teamwork, and that's really his problem, his lack of self-support. He can keep himself alive, don't get me wrong, but in order for his moves to matter, he needs a team, which is why we see him successful in the Overwatch League, but not so much in solo ranked. Anyhow, moving from there, our final category is support. So, you guys are going to be surprised. So support actually has it the best right now. All supports are somewhat viable. Like, some are better than others. Like, most people know that Lucio is a must at the moment, but everyone can be played. That's the cool part about this meta. Supports have it pretty nicely, except for 1.5. Which is Brigitte, which came at no surprise. If anyone says she's good, they're lying. This was universally agreed upon that Brigitte went from OP broken to absolute trash. Like, it makes perfect sense why. The changes lowered her sustain, which is essential right now in this meta. They lowered her sustain. They didn't just lower, they destroyed her sustain. They destroyed her overall damage, which is also important in this meta. And worst of all, they completely destroyed her shield in a meta based around shields. So she's basically useless at the moment. No matter what anyone says, it was kind of agreed upon. Anyhow, last but not least, our bonus for the support is Mercy. Now, I'm not personally sure what to think, because if it's just my own opinion, no other one's opinion, then I actually think she's kind of good because she's able to consistently heal behind the shield meta, keeping herself safe without too much work. I don't know, I don't think she's bad, but I think the point that most of the players were trying to get across is that she's just less capable than other supports because of her versatility. So an Ana will be able to do the same amount of healing from behind the shield, but if they do get dived, she can also then sleep whoever's trying to dive them or break the shields. So I get people's point. She's not bad, but not versatile enough to be good. Anyways, she was the last hero of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know, all of them, literally, like, opinions is what makes everything fun. So let me know who you think is good, who you think is bad in the comments down below. It'll go a long way, and if you guys enjoyed the video, then feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.